Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a review of season 2, episode 11 of the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. Yes, the GOAT of harems is back again, with this time with another twist. Now, I want to make a moment to say this. Tsunderes. Why do we love tsunderes? That's the big age question. Why do we love tsunderes? Is it because of their toughness? Their strength, who literally will punch you or kick you and you love it? We love tsunderes because they blushness. Every time an MC talks to a tsundere, they get blush. The first thing that comes to my mind is when Soma in Food Wars talks to my top 3 tsundere girl, Ikumi. By the way, she's hotter than Nakada, Ed, and Alice, all the other girls in Food Wars. But my point is, trust me, I got a bunny figure of Ikumi. But like what I'm saying is, Ikumi is blushing. I like her blushiness. But still, tsunderes oftentimes open up to the confession and trying to be who they are, you know? They always brag about, we always like those things. Now, it's funny because Friday I covered I'm getting married to a girl I hate in class, and it was about a tsundere girl, Akine. So now we covered that tsundere, now we're covering this tsundere, Karane. Now, here's the thing about Karane, and I'm going to be honest. I want to be honest with Karane here. You see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 girlfriends. 11 girlfriends. If you would have asked me, out of all the 11 girls in this list of the 100 girlfriends, forget the manga. I ain't going to spoil anything from the manga. But in the anime alone, where is Karane rank among these girls? Honestly, about 6. About 6. Because I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy for me saying this, but if you ask me how many girls I'll take over Karane in a heartbeat, it's Shizuka, Mei. It's gonna hate me when I say this. The mother and daughter, and I'll put Nano. That's about 5 right there. So I got 5 of them that I'll pick over her in a heartbeat. May could be closer, but that's how it is. But this episode is dedicated to Karane, the tsundere queen. The tsundere among all the 100 girlfriends. The tsundere among the 100 girlfriends and everybody's top 5 greatest tsundere girl of all time. Me personally, I have her in the top 5 or 6 when it comes to tsunderes. Because there's a plethora of tsunderes. And tsunderes gets more love than the yanderes, the dunderes, the kunderes. I don't know why. I think because everybody like the attitude and the strengthness of tsunderes. That's what this episode's all about. The tsunderes. And this is Karane's arc. Now, this episode's covering chapter 48, 49, and chapter 50 of 100 Girlfriends. So go get a chance. So, without further ado, let's get right to it with the Karane arc of the 100 Girlfriends. Episode 11. Okay. Karane. She's worried that her tsundere-ness, and yes, I'm going to keep using tsunderes because that's what the whole thing is. Her tsundere is literally pushing away Rentarou. That's what she thinks. So the next day, Rentarou got this wonderful cookie, and it's split into 12 parts, everyone's sharing their cookie. And, Karane feels like I'm hurting people with my tsundere-ness. I'm pushing away the tsunderes. I don't want to be part of the group. I don't want to be part of the family. I'm just going to stuff the cookie in your eye or stuff a cookie in Hakari's face, It's all that stuff. But leave it to Kurisi. Leave it to our beloved drug girl Kurisi to just leave a tsundere-ness medicine away. Like, what a way to leave that. I mean, what a way to start off. It's always science. It's always a science when it comes to, an episode with the main girl and the science. And when she drank the tsundere-ness out, the whole tsundere came out of her body. It's like a giant-ass spirit bomb. And the entire thing just blew up in particles. So the whole it's like it's like taking a whole tsundere-ness and just popped up. Can you imagine if you make a medicine to get rid of all the yandere-ness out of the person's body? That could have changed everything about the character. Like, if you were to take, Future Diary, You know it's the definition of a yandere. Can you imagine you give her that drug and the whole yandere-ness out of her blood and it just in particles to a point that you know will have a better freaking life. But again, make a medicine for the kunderes, the yanderes, the gluttonous, everything, all the rays, and let's see how they are. When Karane takes the medicine, that was it. Karane is a whole different person. And I like Karane in this one. Listen, if Karane was like this in the first episode, up till now, that would have been, she would have been a top 3. She would have been top 3. I mean, I like her. I like the shot. I like the cuteness of this Karane. It's like Two-Face. She's like the Two-Face. There's the tsundere. Then it's the opposite of her. She's all cute and everything. She's all blushing, all shy, calling her Rentarou-kun in a nice way. Hitting Iku with the bat so nicely, like, I mean, she's so pure and innocent, and I like that. I like that. Now, I understand there's people like her than the tsundere or tsundere like her, but in the 100 Girlfriends, you gotta have different types. Different structures. Sorry, my eyes hurt. Okay. You gotta have different structures. And Karane is one of them. Karane, you know, is a tsundere and she doesn't want to hurt people and just push herself like nobody nothing. But the nice Karane, you know, she's nice, she's caring. Don't y'all want that in your life? Now a lot of people don't want that, but this is a tsundere arc. So you got to bring the tsundere back in your blood. In every anime, every rom-com, every harem, you're gonna have to have a young. I mean, matter of fact, I take that back. Harems, shonen, rom-coms, no matter what genre you're gonna have, hell, even in mecha, you're gonna have to have a tsundere. You're gonna have to have a tsundere. Name an anime you have watched that got a tsundere in it. There's a lot. There's a plethora of animes, even in shonen, that got a tsundere in their blood. Everybody has it. Everyone has it. So I'm looking at her shyness is so cute, but I love Rentarou. This is why he's the GOAT. This is why he's the GOAT of harems. He don't care if he gets punched or kicked or a slap in the face or stuff a cookie in his eye. He will do everything he can for the girls. And he'll do everything he can for Karane. This whole arc is dedicated to Karane. Now, Karane and Hakari, can I say this? Those two are defining the definition of Yuri. And I understand we get another Yuri anime in the summer, which I'm going to cover. These two are bound by friendship and Yuri. That girl 1 and 2 will do everything to make us feel, oh my God. Because Karane was feeling Hakari's boobs and all that stuff. And normally she would react to it, but that didn't work. So now, it didn't work. So now it feels a little different. But leave it to Hakari. Leave it to the mom. The mom has been one of the most gimmick characters of the 100 Girlfriends. With her loss for blood every time. Kind of like Sanji from One Piece. You know how Sanji lose blood a lot and still keep on fighting. Haruhi, same thing. The fact that she losing a lot of blood and still managed to take photos or whatnot, it's just hilarious. So, Haruhi invited Karane to the house. Even Rentarou. Rentarou and Haruhi, they were arguing for 20 seconds and then all of a sudden they got back together. I'm like, yo, this is why I love these two. And then when I got into bed, when Rentarou, Karane, and Haruhi got into bed together, we were reliving season 1 all over again. We are reliving season 1. And Rentarou's my boy because he brought in the Iron Man gauntlets. Yes, Marvel reference, everybody. Iron Man. You guys know Iron Man. I'm pretty sure you do. One of the greatest heroes of our time. I won't say DC. One of our greatest Marvel characters of all time. And Rentarou bought Iron Man gauntlets. Literally, Iron Man gauntlets. Black gauntlets. That's why they didn't want to copyright it. They didn't want to put red and yellow. So what they did is they put everything black. Black gauntlets. And just have her feeling Karene's boobs to get a reaction. Because when you have to think about it, when it comes to tsunderes, if a character actually touch a tsundere girl, the tsundere girl reacts and start punching and kicking. But because, the tsundere-ness is gone, she feeling a little blush. See, that's the thing. You gotta learn. You gotta watch anime. You gotta learn about tsunderes because that's how they react to things. They react so heavily that if you grow up their boobs or you touch them in the face or you feel their head, their instant reaction, or any words you say, their instant reaction will click. And that's what's going on with this. But it didn't work. Of course, it affect Hakari because of her boobs. Anyway, the shower scene, the bath scene between Hakari and Karane, those two are really destined to be together. There's been shippings about these two. These two have been going at it since season 1. These two share more moments than most girls have in this 100 Girlfriends. Hakari and Karane ship, those two are more like, here's the thing, we get more of that than it is with Shizuka and Kana. You know what I mean? And Nano. Shizuka and Nano. At least, but these two are so destined to meet. I mean, you gotta understand, Karane helped so much for Hakari back in season 1. Now the other way is around when Hakari's gonna help out with Karane. Plus they left this. Plus, them fooling around in the bath. I mean, in the manga, they did show all the actions they did. Where like I remember seeing in the manga where Hakari was biting on Karane's ear and all that stuff. And you gotta love the mom. You gotta love the mom in this one. She had no regrets, writing in blood. You gotta love the mom. Just writing blood. Just writing her blood on the wall. Saying, I have no regrets. And just writing the blood on the wall. Oh my God, that is hilarious. I mean, she tried to sneak in, get into the action with the girls, and then just literally just draw blood. She's like, I have no regrets. Her blood. Now that you gotta get a blood transfusion. Yo, this girl, the mom is hilarious. She is so freaking hilarious out of all the girls. I mean, like, you gotta admit, the mom is freaking hot. You gotta admit she's a pervert and all, but you gotta admit she is so entwined with these. I'm sorry, I can't break this. But still, that's how it ended. It ended with that with a little bit of the bubbly fondling of the breasts in this one. But these last episodes are gonna lead to the whole tsundere arc. This is a whole tsundere arc. Now again, this is 11 episodes. I don't know if next week is going to be the part where chapter 37 kicks into overdrive, where Rentarou has that long, luscious speech. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know. I mean, part of me wanted to believe it, but the way how this is going to go with the whole tsundere vibe, let's just see where this goes. But overall, though, this was Karane's arc. This is everybody's best girl Karane arc. Like, this is her arc. Like, every manga of the 100 Girlfriends is going to have an arc of their own. Shizuka had an arc of her own. I ain't going to tell you what chapter that is. You're going to have to read it if you're a huge fan, read it. But every arc is going to have one of these girls every girl is going to have their arc. And Karane's arc with the whole tsundere, it just shows you just how flawless a tsundere is. You see, tsunderes do have weaknesses. But in some tsunderes, you could break a tsundere. There are many ways to break a tsundere. This right here is the one of them. Just give them a drug that will demoralize their tsundere-ness out their body, and let's see the opposite of it. And what we got is the perfect example of what happens when you remove a tsundere out of the tsundere's character out the body of a character. So that's it. But we're gonna see how to get now. Here's another way to get the tsundere back, and this happens. To get a tsundere back into the body, you have to act like a tsundere. You gotta act like a tsundere. And there's a lot of ways to act like a tsundere. Go watch Food Wars. Go watch any show that has tsundere's characters in it, and you'll see how they come back in their body. But we'll see. But again, this is the Karane's arc. Next week's gonna be her final, or the final arc of her, because we're gonna go into episode 12, and I look forward for next week's episode as well. For the conclusion of the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. So stay tuned for next week.